Good evening, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Joel Fitzma here. Hopefully everyone has had a great Sunday. It was actually a really nice one out there today. Temperatures in the 80s. I see a lot of you guys are echoing the same here in chat. Welcome in, everyone. This is our Sunday Night Weekly for August 17th, 2025. Again, I'm Chief Meteorologist Joel Fitzma with the briefing tonight. Well, Sunday Night Weekly. It's not really a briefing. There's no real severe weather coming up, except for the time frame of Monday to Tuesday. We'll get into that in just a second. Let me know how you guys are hearing me here in chat. Looks like my voice is coming through nice and clear on my end. Other than that, again, hit that like button if you haven't already, and we'll go ahead and get started. A couple things on the docket this week. We are going to go into, obviously, the temperatures, dew points, a little bit about the precipitation to expect throughout the week, and, of course, our severe weather probabilities, possibly here at the beginning of the week. Sweet. Sounds good. Thank you guys so much here in chat for letting me know. We'll go ahead and run it through day by day. We're going to go ahead and use the Euro, and we're going to do the zoomed out view this week for your 7 days. And again, I'll show the 7-day forecast at the very end of the stream, and they will also be posted on Facebook here in probably right when I start announcing them here at the end of the day by day. So we start off with today. So again, this is going to be the Euro run. We're going to use the Euro run to kind of go day by day. It's also what was factored into the 7-day forecast this week. So we start off by looking into your Monday morning time frame across Michigan. For those who may not be able to see this as well, Michigan is right here on the center left edge of your screen. So this is going to be tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. Temperatures overnight tonight in the high 50s to low 60s. A rather cool one out there tonight. Then we warm up on Monday into the 80s for the lower peninsula. Only into the high 60s, maybe even 70 degrees for the upper peninsula. Rather cool with the stationary front that's kind of been sitting across the area. Kind of divides the state in half. Excuse me. And we move into Tuesday, kind of the same thing. A little bit more heat kind of advects into the area. That warm front kind of wobbles a little bit further to the north. Temperatures in the 80s, all the way up to about that US 10 corridor here on the center of your screen. Mid 70s all the way up towards the Mackinac Bridge, and then we see 70s in the Upper Peninsula, mainly in the Menominee County along Lake Michigan area. The closer you get to Lake Superior, however, temperatures are going to be closer to the mid 60s and perhaps even cooler than that, depending on the wind on Tuesday. Then we move into Wednesday. Again, temperatures overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday, as that cold front sweeps through. That's going to be the main story for potential severe Tuesday-ish time frame. Wednesday, we get cool temperatures factoring in behind on Wednesday morning. Then we move into Wednesday during the day. Overall temperatures, not too bad out there. There's a hot spot right in the center of the lower peninsula where temperatures could surpass 8 degrees. Otherwise, widespread 70s expected for your Wednesday time frame. We go into Thursday. You can see overnight temperatures starting to cool down a little bit more as we get throughout the week. Thursday, a little bit hotter statewide. Temperatures closer to 80 degrees, even up into the upper peninsula on Thursday, as well as the lower peninsula. It could be even hotter, actually, on Thursday than it is, or it could be hotter on Thursday in the upper peninsula over the lower peninsula, so that's something to watch out for there. And then as we move into the Friday time frame, heat starts to build back in for next weekend with temperatures kind of widespread in the low to mid 80s across the lower peninsula and a couple hot spots as well in the UP. Otherwise, temperatures in the UP in the mid to upper 70s. Then on Saturday, we have to watch out for a cold front starting to factor in again. In the meantime, though, temperatures will build back up into the low 80s for the lower peninsula, 70s elsewhere across northern lower and the upper peninsula. And then on Sunday, we expect a large kind of sweeping high-pressure system to move in, bring also a decent amount of cold air in from the north. And that can be seen here on your screen. A lot of low 50s kind of sitting up there north of Lake Superior. And some of those 50s will factor in Sunday morning as that front starts to move in. Otherwise, highs on Sunday could be up to 80 degrees. But at the current time, most of the state next Sunday may not pass 80 degrees as that cold front starts to sweep in. I just realized I messed it up. That's actually a low pressure system because there's going to be a cold front coming through. So again, high pressure is associated with clear weather. Unfortunately, we do have some rain moving in for next weekend. Again, that's going to be a low pressure system. That makes more sense. as the winds kind of move and sweep in from the northwest. And again, that brings in some of that colder air from the north. So Saturday into Sunday next weekend, it'll be hot on Saturday, but that cold front will start to move through Saturday into Sunday. And with that, there'll be isolated chances of rain. And dare I say, there's a very, very low chance for, yes, lake effect rain showers, primarily along Lake Superior, where those upper level temperatures get really, really cold closer down to the surface. Now, at the surface, it's going to still be in the 60s, low 60s, I'll say. But you get up about 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers in the atmosphere, that temperature is already at 32 degrees or lower. So that's something we actually have to watch out for next week. Obviously, it's not going to be lake effect snow or anything, but lake effect rain is one of your first signs here for the fall season coming into play. But again, we are still in the midst of summer here. We'll start to see pattern changes more commonly as we get into the first week of September, into the middle weeks of September, and eventually into October, of course, when fall really starts to peak. But you can see this is kind of going into the first half of next week. Overnight temperatures on Sunday to Monday next week could be widespread in the mid to low 50s statewide. So that cold air really starts to sink in starting next Saturday. Now, I did say we pulled up the CPC forecast a couple days ago for that 8 to 14 day outlook, which is the 20th through the 26th. So that starts around this Wednesday time frame upcoming this week. And again, those temperatures are expected to be below average for high temperatures throughout August 20th through 26th. So that means this time of the year, temperatures are averaging right around 80 degrees for the lower peninsula and 75 for the upper peninsula. Given the fact that they are below average, that means upper peninsula is going to see about 5 degrees below average, so around 70 degrees each day during the week. And then we'll start to see temperatures in the lower peninsula around that 75 degree time frame. So again, those are your high temperatures throughout the week. Another big story, obviously, as I mentioned, is going to be the moisture throughout the week. And I'm just going to kind of fly through this as the next model run just came in, so I'll have to switch back there. Kind of a similar story throughout the week. I mentioned this. A lot of the humidity is going to build in starting tomorrow. We'll start to see mid-60s for dew points tomorrow, primarily on the west side of the state and the UP. Then we move into Tuesday. This is going to be out 6 a.m. on Tuesday, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Overnight showers and thunderstorms increase that moisture, and the moisture kind of works hand in hand here, where those thunderstorms feed off of that moisture being evicted in the region. As you can see, it's a nice narrow corridor right down Lake Michigan, and that will move with the front across the state on Tuesday. Dew points well into the low to mid 70s across the lower peninsula. And you can kind of see visibly how that front moves through as you move into Wednesday. And with that behind come the dew points back into the high 50s and low 60s, and that kind of just stays the same as we go into Thursday here. Widespread 50s. That'll feel really nice for you guys out there on Friday. That's when we start to see more moisture and heat start to build back up just temporarily for the weekend, with dew points into the low 60s for the UP, still in the 50s for the lower peninsula, as obviously everything works from west to east. And then we move into Saturday, and those dew points in the 60s, the mid 60s kind of sweep down in the lower peninsula, but those are quickly replaced by dry air behind it with the low pressure system and the cold front moving through. And then on Sunday, as I mentioned, comfortable conditions are on tap starting next Sunday, and look at that. Dew points on Sunday next week, potentially in the 40s, which is going to feel heavenly compared to what we've been experiencing over the last 3 months here in the state of Michigan. So that could be our first crack at 40-degree dew points in probably, oh boy, it's probably been since at least June since we've seen 40-degree dew points. So that could be our first 40-degree dew point day in quite some time here in the state of Michigan, but we'll keep an eye on it as the week develops. Again, forecasts are expected to shift, and again, they become less accurate as you go through time. So next Sunday is still a long ways away, but we'll keep an eye on it, and the models are trending right now favorable for a lot of dry and cooler air filtering in next Sunday. So basically, if you're looking forward to cold air and fall temperatures, you just got to get through the next 6 days. Now, I will say this, history shows that obviously, since we were here in August, that this cool down that is upcoming for the last week of August may only be short-lived. We get a lot of stretches in September and even the first couple weeks of October where the temperatures just shoot right back up into the 80s. But I will say this, we are starting to get into the time of the year where we start to ride that roller coaster a little bit, where state really can't make up its mind. You get temperatures in the 80s one day, and then the next day it drops down in the 60s. So we'll start to see that pattern really start to come in as we move into September. And this is kind of that first telltale sign that we are moving into fall. So get ready. Pumpkin spice season is on its way, and dew points are dropping off too, as those temperatures also drop off behind that cold front. So that is the temperatures and the dew points for the next 7 days. The only other thing to discuss really in the forecast is, well, severe weather and precipitation. We'll go ahead and go into just precipitation in general off the Euro just to start and show you guys how it's supposed to be throughout the next 7 days. The main focal point, as I mentioned here a couple minutes ago, is Monday into Tuesday. So this is going to be the 12Z run from earlier this morning. The 18Z run is still loading in right now, so you can't use it right now. And it only goes out to 144 hours, I believe, so it won't even show the entire week. But nonetheless, here is Monday. At around 11 in the morning, showers and storms start to fill in for the UP. And it kind of slows down a little bit as we get into Monday night into Tuesday. A couple storms moving across Lake Michigan and the Upper Peninsula. They may start to fill in a little bit more as that moisture kind of increases Monday night into Tuesday. As we mentioned, dew points in the low 70s. And those storms slowly move through the state on Tuesday. And a little bit of residual rain showers kind of filtering behind it. And then this is going to be Tuesday night at around 8 o'clock when that rain is kind of basically filtering out of the area the cold front has swept through. And you see that big blue H on the center of your screen moving in from the Dakotas and Minnesota. That is a very potent high pressure system, which will bring a lot cooler air, lower humidity into the region, and a lack of overall rain and storms throughout the mid portions of the week. This is going to be Wednesday, mid-afternoon hours, and we get into Thursday. That high pressure is still sticking around. Then move into Friday, and that's when we start to see the precipitation start to ramp up again as there's a weaker front coming through, as I mentioned, starting on Friday. Those showers and storms slowly move across the state Friday, and then starting into Saturday. Could see some pop-up storms as well, and then obviously as we move into Sunday here, that's when we mentioned something about perhaps lake effect rain showers moving in for the Upper Peninsula as that cold air starts to funnel down behind the low pressure system. Now, again, there are still wildfires burning in Canada and obviously in the Pacific Northwest of the United States as well. And with the jet stream right now, these low pressure systems throughout the week will follow that jet stream. And behind, obviously, all of these low pressure systems, you have a northwest wind, meaning winds are coming out of the northwest. And so, because those fires are still burning, we could see chances at smoke. Unfortunately, during our clear days throughout the week, primarily Wednesday, Thursday, and then probably next Sunday as well, as that wind does shift out of the northwest with the cold front passing through. So something to keep in mind. Obviously, it's a little far out to tell you where exactly, because again, we have, humans can directly impact the wildfires. So wildfire smoke can only be forecasted out 40 hours in advance, but we see the northwest wind coming in from after these low pressure systems, both on Tuesday and on Saturday into Sunday. And so again, with us knowing that wildfires are going to likely still be going on throughout the week, that's something to keep in mind, even though we can't see it on our model runs yet. So just keep that in mind on our clear days. Unfortunately, it's something we just have to deal with. And again, air quality may dip down into the poor quality, which would be 50 to 100 in the AQI, and perhaps even as low as 100 to 150 in the AQI. So you can keep that in mind. Again, we can't see that yet in the model runs, but as we go throughout the week, we'll keep you guys posted here at Michigan Storm Chasers on our Facebook page and all of our other social media pages that we post our physical content on. So again, severe weather possible with that cold front Monday to Tuesday, and then we're watching just pop-up showers and storms with the cold front next Saturday into the Sunday time frame, and then sharp cutoff in those temperatures next Sunday moving into Monday, with, again, dew points dropping significantly off into the 40s perhaps by next Monday. So that'd be about 8 days away. With that all in play, again, this is going to be your cloud cover throughout the week, and you'll notice here in Michigan, which I'll zoom in. Unfortunately, this is as close as we can get. There's no regional outlook here on the GDPS, but as we go through the days this week, this is Monday. You can see a lot of cloud cover out there. Tuesday, and you can see Hurricane Aaron moving up the East Coast. That's another thing to keep in mind if you guys are traveling down along the East Coast and the Carolinas. Some impacts from Hurricane Aaron could be felt along the eastern seaboard, mainly in the way of storm surge, but the hurricane itself is not likely to make impact on the U.S. mainland. As you can see, that'll move off into the coast. Up here in Michigan, though, you'll notice there is a lot of mix of clouds and sun, and so that will allow the middle, again with that high pressure moving in, a lot of the middle days of the week to be nice and clear. And as you can see, as we move into Friday, that low pressure system kind of just making that big cinnamon roll shape in the Ontario region, mainly Western Ontario, and that sweeps in and brings that cold front down with it. It kind of looks like a big comma as it moves across the Great Lakes. This is going to be Saturday into Sunday, and as you can see, a lot of pop-up showers and storms possible with the decaying low-pressure system on Sunday, and a lot of cold air funneling in behind it, as mentioned. And those clouds do exhibit kind of what looks like what appears to be some lake effect nature to them. So again, we'll have to keep that in mind. It's a sign of the changing times as we get into autumn. So a very nice week on tap. Kind of just wrap it up here. And we're starting to make that transition into the fall season. Weather-wise, again, meteorological fall starts officially on September 1st. The equinox is officially on September 21st, so meteorological fall starts about 3 weeks before normal fall is supposed to start. But again, that is when usually meteorologists see the patterns start to change for the fall, and that is no exception this year here in Michigan. We saw that actually, for those who remember here at the beginning of summer, it was a really cold June and May, and actually it was the coldest spring on record, or over the last 30 years on last 20 years on record since 2003. So it was very, very miserable. I remember the spring this year being very miserable. And then like June 21st, it just snapped. We got all that heat that built in really, really quick on the 21st. So it kind of felt like it followed the equinox this year for summer. But as we get into fall, I think it's going to follow more of the meteorological sense of things. So that would be September 1st, where fall weather really starts to filter in. Now, again, as mentioned, as we move into September, later weeks of September and October, we still get those occasional heat ups to the 80s, mid 80s, even towards 90 again. We're no stranger to that, that's for sure. But again, we'll see more of that roller coaster pattern, as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, really start to pick up as we get beyond September 1st, which is a big sign of the fall weather to come. So for those who don't want to get rid of summer yet, I will say enjoy the next couple of days. Again, still going to be in the high 70s if you're in the lower peninsula. It'll be very nice out there, even a couple days in the 80s. But again, summer is waning. You do want to take advantage of it when you can. In any single 80-degree day, you do want to just get out there and enjoy it in your full capacity. And again, the lake waters are the warmest this time of the year. Just because the temperatures are dropping off in the air doesn't mean the lake water temperatures are just going to immediately drop off into the 50s again. No, there's plenty of warm water out there to enjoy throughout August and into September. And it's actually one of our most popular beach months here in the state of Michigan, is because the waters, obviously, that takes all summer for the waters to heat up. And those temperatures, the air temperatures at the end of August into September start to dip off. That water takes a little bit longer to cool down. So it's kind of like an insulator. And as a reminder, the warmer the lakes can stay into fall, the greater likelihood of, lake effect rain and lake effect snow as we get into the later fall season and into the start of winter, which is why we usually see one or two really, really good snowfalls in fall, and then there's like a quiet period, and then we start to get our normal winter picking up January into February. So just kind of running you through, for those who might be new here in Michigan, how it kind of works. And just as a reminder for those Michiganders who have lived here their entire lives, our pattern does start to change here at the end of August, first week of September. So hopefully this is all really informative to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and post the 7-day forecast really quick on our Facebook page. Once I do that, I'll bring it up here onto the screen so you guys can see it. And it is posted. So we'll go ahead and bring it up. So again, this is our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Michigan Storm Chasers. We just surpassed 470,000 followers. We are 30,000 away from the big 500,000 milestone on Facebook. So if you haven't followed already, and you're a Michigander and you need a nice source of weather information, again, we cover you guys 24/7, 365 days a year. And just because winter's rolling around doesn't mean we stop. So winter forecasts are coming soon. Fall forecasts coming soon. We're excited for all of the seasons we get to enjoy here in Michigan, and so we're always going to be covering them. This is what we just posted on our Facebook page. This is the official 7-day forecast for 4 different zones throughout the state throughout the upcoming week. So southern Michigan, if you're looking to hold on to summer, is going to be kind of the place to stay for this week. Temperatures in the low 80s to start Monday, Tuesday. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit rainy and stormy Monday night into Tuesday. And it clears out Tuesday night into Wednesday, partly cloudy skies on Wednesday and Thursday. Can't rule out wildfire smoke, but otherwise it'll be a really nice day Wednesday and Thursday with temperatures in the high 70s. There is a couple hot, as we mentioned on the Euro run, there's a couple hot spots that could pop up where it could push over 80 degrees Wednesday, Thursday for portions of southern Michigan. You'll see that also in central Michigan. Then we move into Friday, Saturday next week. A brief warm-up with warm air advection coming up from the south. And then another cold front comes through on Sunday. Not dropping it off completely for southern Michigan, but 77 is the coldest temperature you can see on the screen. That low temperature of 63, by the way, is Sunday morning. If it was Monday morning, you would see that low temperature probably say more in the ballpark of 54, 53 degrees for southern Michigan. But that is the Sunday morning low, not the Monday morning low. So really, once at the end of this forecast here, you'll start to see that drop off for high temperatures. But again, this upcoming week, overall, not too shabby for southern Michigan in terms of summer-like weather. Central Michigan, kind of the same story here, 80, 84, a little humid on Tuesday. Then we move into Wednesday, Thursday. Partly cloudy and sunny for the full day on Thursday. Thursday is probably going to be our sunniest day across the state. Then we get into Friday, clouds start to pick up. The heat starts to pick up as well, 84, 86. And then on Sunday, we start to cool off with a high temperature of 79. Moving to northern Michigan now, if you're looking for fall-like weather, go north of US 10. We can guarantee you here, temperatures north of US 10 pretty much all week going to be in the low to mid 70s, and then we get into next Friday and Saturday. That brief instance of warm weather starts to pick up, 78, 77 there. Unfortunately, with showers increasing as well. But again, that's part of the fall vibe if you're looking for the fall vibe. Heat comes in, but so does the moisture. We get off and on rain Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Partly cloudy skies start to pick back up with a couple passing rain showers, perhaps even lake effect, which will be seen here in our western Upper Peninsula forecast, which again is anything from Newberry and west. So if you are in the Sioux and along I-75 in the Upper Peninsula, the northern Michigan forecast was the one to kind of reference, which is this one right here. If you are in western Upper Peninsula, west of Newberry to the Wisconsin border, this is your forecast. This is probably the biggest roller coaster that we have throughout the week here. This is centralized in the Ishpeming area in Marquette County. 69 and 68 your highs for tomorrow and Tuesday with rain and thunderstorms possible, kind of similar to everywhere else in the state. Then we move into Wednesday and Thursday. It clears right out. Beautiful days for Wednesday and Thursday, 71, 80 degrees. Friday, 81, really hot there. And then that cold front starts to swing in on Saturday with rain showers likely. And then on Sunday, cools right back down to 66 degrees. And lake effect rain, as mentioned, is possible. So those are your forecasts for the week of August 18th. Real quick, again, the only other thing to mention is we've had a lot of busy stuff going on here at Michigan Storm Chasers. It's a busy week overall this past week. One thing is, shout out to all of those who might be watching tonight that came out to our Latitude 42 meet and greet down in Oshtemo and Portage, Michigan this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday from 2 to 5. We released a limited edition beer in memory of Chandler's dad at Latitude 42 named Brewing Storm. And we were able to hand out merch, talk with you guys, and even enjoy some meteorology-themed food and beverages and dessert even as well. So shout out to those who came out to that. We will have likely more meet and greets in the future. We are trying to get more events in the east side of the state, but we have not lucked out so far. We know a lot of you guys are flying from the east side of the state and even up towards central and northern Michigan as well. So we got a lot of planning to do, and we'll probably, since we're getting into the off season here, we'll have more time to schedule more things. Off season, of course, for severe weather. Again, winter weather will be picking up soon, so we'll try to do a lot of our stuff here in the fall. And the other thing I will mention here is we have that new YouTube channel, and it is called Michigan Weather Network. And we are at 904 subscribers right now. So for those who are out of the loop, we have been installing weather cameras like crazy across the state of Michigan, and these will be beneficial in our live severe weather coverage throughout anytime we need to use it. Winter weather coverage as well. They'll be used for basically any weather phenomenon you can think of. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, feel free to do so. It's Michigan Weather Network. This isn't our main YouTube channel. Our main one is obviously going to be Michigan or MI Storm Chasers. So there's that. But yeah, Michigan Weather Network. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers there. So definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are on YouTube. As always, if you are watching on YouTube here on our main YouTube channel, MI Storm Chasers, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well and hit that follow button if you're watching over on Facebook. But again, all of our 24/7 live cameras are going to be found on Michigan Weather Network. So we have 7 cameras that are currently live. We have 34 cameras installed throughout the state, not including one that's private. And 7 of those locations have decided that they wanted to share their stream 24/7. So we're very thankful for the businesses who have done that. That would include Valley Farms in Imlay City. We got Apex Restoration Mitigation in Grand Blanc. We got the Charlotte Fire Department in Charlotte, Michigan. Guardian Technologies headquarters in Burton. Allen, Michigan, brand new today from Southern Michigan Marble Springs Campground. We have Adrian, Michigan at Adrian Sign in Midas. And then StormGuard has the Lake Orion 24/7 camera there. So those are our 7 24/7 cams that you can view at any time over on Michigan Weather Network YouTube. So go ahead and follow us there. Also to the mods, I'm going to go ahead and link to the forecast prompt, the 7-day forecast real quick. So again, this can be found on our Facebook page. Give me 1 second here. Gotta go find it. All right, mods, it should be updated for the 7-day forecast I just posted. So it should say, check out the latest breakdown for the week at the exclamation forecast prompt. I'm going to pull up the live stream real quick. There might be a brief, no, there's not. Brief moment where the ad was playing, but we're good. We'll check out chat here for you guys. I see there's a couple super chats over here on our YouTube channel. First from East with a $5 super chat saying, thanks for all the updates. In a week from now, I start at Central Michigan University for meteorology. Hoping it all goes well. That's awesome, East. Again, fire up chips. I was a graduate of Central Michigan University's meteorology program as well this past winter, and you will definitely enjoy it. Congratulations on getting accepted and moving in and all the big things ahead there. So again, let us know how that goes, and we're going to be rooting you on for sure, East. So congratulations on that, and of course, thank you for your support here at MSC. We also have Red Dozier with a $20 super chat, one of our longtime supporters here, saying it's still high and dry here, even after all the rain that we've had over the last couple of days. Unfortunately, West Michigan kind of got skipped again. It went all around West Michigan. There was a couple spots in West Michigan that got it, but unfortunately, it does not look like that appears to be the case for Red Dozier. We'll try and get you some rain. It'll likely be coming in tomorrow night into Tuesday, and it's looking more widespread. Now I say that, and watch it break up and go all around you there in West Michigan, just like it's been doing all summer. But good chance of some nice soaking rain tomorrow night into Tuesday. So fingers crossed there for you, Red. And again, thank you so much for your support. Also being the #1 supporter in this stream, or #1 top fan in this stream today here on MSC YouTube. We have Kalamazoo here in chat with a $5 super chat saying they're having a glass of Brewing Storm right now. Thank you very much for your support, both via the super chat and of course enjoying one of our signature drinks. Brewing Storm is the name of the drink that we released. So appreciate you. And we have Bree becoming an EF0 member here on our YouTube channel. Thank you guys very much. Brewing Storm is only available at the Latitude 42 locations in Portage and Oshtemo right now. We may or may not be trying to get it public, though, for sure, like as a published beer. We don't know for sure yet if that's possible, but people seem to like it. So if you really want to try it, go ahead and head over to Latitude 42 in Oshtemo and Portage, either of those locations. They only have a limited amount. It's there until it's gone officially. But again, there might be more coming soon if it's very popular. I personally thought it was really good. I tried it. I wish like Chandler was in here to let me know. He's still down there, I think. I don't know how long they're hanging out to until tonight at Latitude 42. But again, they were planning on staying past 5 o'clock and indulging in the meet and greet, food, drinks, all that with you guys. So I'm not sure if they're still there, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of leftover beer at least to try out because there was a lot made. So. And then as mentioned, besides the weather network that's shown here on the screen, we have our main YouTube channel, which is Michigan Storm Chasers. So that's what it looks like there. We are about 62,700 of you guys here, according to our little ticker there. This is where we're live on YouTube. Obviously, we're also live on Facebook and Twitch TV and X right now for this briefing. For those who missed it, though, I've pretty much gone over all the information so far tonight. We are about to get probably a really beautiful sunset on our lake cams. In fact, we are. I'm going to see if I can pull this up. I'll go main. And boom. There we go, y'all. Check that out. This is atop the Hampton Inn waterfront in Manistee tonight. Beautiful sunset coming in probably in the next hour here. You can already tell the colors are starting to get good. And a nice wispy cirrus, couple of wispy cirrus clouds up there where there's a lot of high level moisture kind of just sitting around in the atmosphere. So a lot of ice crystals up there making those wispy clouds. It's very, very cool. So again, this is one of our 35 different weather cameras across the state. Manistee West is one of them. And we also have Manistee North, which is like the Aurora cam, just turned about 90 degrees to the right. Yeah, no wildfires today too. It was probably one of the best days of the summer today out there. Hopefully you guys got to enjoy it. As mentioned though, those weather cameras, we're looking for more installs. So if you are here in chat and you own a business, or you know somebody that owns a business with a nice view, preferably of like a south, north, or even a western sky. Obviously storms come from the west. We'll take an eastern cam too. Any clear shots you got at your place of business or residency, if you guys want to put a camera up at your house, again, totally interested. Again, the way to become a camera sponsor, you'll have to reach out to Ryan. His email is ryan@michiganstormchasers.com. And the cost is a one-time install cost. There's no maintenance to keep it up. You just have to have a source of power and internet to supply to the camera, and it will run until it goes out, which is I don't know when. But it's a one-time install if you guys would like to become camera sponsor. but they are pretty heavy duty cameras, so they'll probably not they'll probably won't go out for years, maybe even decades. Ryan is the guy, absolutely. Again, big shout out to Guardian Technologies, who is the host, the installer, basically the mastermind behind all of these installs. Again, Guardian coupled with Ryan, they've been getting a lot of things done, a lot of camera locations kind of plugged and chugged, and there's a lot more cameras being installed over the next couple months. So stay tuned for that. But again, we are always looking for more locations. If you have a location you would love to see a camera at, please reach out to us or tag a friend or family in a comment. Also going to give a shout out here in chat tonight for our mods, hanging out with us as always here on our 7 o'clock Sunday Night Weekly. Appreciate you guys. Much love to y'all. Looks like chat's been fairly calm tonight, hopefully. I haven't really seen any messages come through on my phone from you guys, so let's keep it that way. Respect the mods. Don't get the ban hammer dropped on you. They will not be afraid to use it. Let's see, anybody else to shout out? We could probably go through our business sponsors, right? Yeah, we could do that. Since we've already gotten through our briefing part and just kind of hanging out now, we'll go ahead into our sponsors, aka the trusted partners. So this is another way, if you have a business that you would like to support what we do here at Michigan Storm Chasers, in terms of getting live severe weather coverage out 24/7, 365 days a year, as well as just general weather in general. Again, our sponsors are a big part of why we're here. And again, what we do is not free. So again, sponsors, we need them, we love them, and again, feel free to send them your business here at MSC. Again, they are trusted and vetted, licensed and insured by us here at MSC, so you guys know that they are trusted and you can count on them. And again, as always, we offer these services during severe weather coverage. If you ever are impacted by storms and need someone to reach out to, we always have Chandler, Andrew behind the scenes watching Messenger and able to reach out to these sponsors that we have here, and so that you can get connected with them with a trusted business. So we'll go ahead and run through them here. There's about a dozen and a half of them, I believe, and we appreciate each and every one of them for their support here at MSC. So starting off with our longest and most standing sponsor, StormGuard Roofing Construction, based out of North Metro Detroit, servicing portions of Oakland, Macomb, and Washtenaw counties. Next up, Lifestyle Exteriors. It's based out of Lansing and Traverse City, kind of covers that central Michigan region. Katz Roofing and Siding, based out of Lansing, Potterville, down to Battle Creek. You got Pro Powder for all your powder coating needs, based out of Southwest Michigan, South Haven specifically. Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding, based out of Sanilac, St. Clair counties. McKay Tree Specialists, covering the entirety of Southeast Michigan for all of your tree care needs there. Speaking of trees, in West Michigan, Kuiper Tree Care is your go-to there. Following up that, you have your barn dominium sponsor for the Lower Peninsula, FBI Buildings. Livingston County, you can reach out to On Top Roofing. For all of your commercial roofing needs, Schneider Commercial Building Solutions, based out of Lansing. Also centralized in Lansing, Shield Public Adjusters for all of your insurance adjustment needs. Top Gun Roofing and Exteriors, based out of West Michigan. A-Class Construction and Restoration, based out of Mason County. Rainbow Restoration, based out of Kent County in West Michigan. Rapid Radios for all of your LTE wireless radio needs. Our sponsor here for all chasing communications at MSC. As always, Guardian Technologies for all of your security camera needs, based out of Burton. Ronald McDonald House of Detroit. Feel free to donate to the Ronald McDonald House of Detroit today. to help families in need find the comfort they deserve in times of sickness. It's a very good charity to donate to. The number there is on your screen, or you can visit their website online. American Arbor, another arborist company based out of Southwest Michigan. And lastly, and also our premier sponsor of the day, Apex Restoration and Mitigation in Grand Blanc. Number there on your screen is 810-272-8820. Again, they are our premier sponsor of the day. You can reach out to them if you have any problems with or any restoration needs in the Thumb and Grand Blanc areas. So those are all of our trusted partners here at MSC. We appreciate each and one of them very, very much. And if you would like to become a business sponsor, we do not have forms open right now, but again, if you are still interested, we will not turn down a potential business sponsor. So again, winter is coming up. If you have a business that might be winter related, or you would like to get ahead for 2026, feel free to reach out to us. You can contact Chandler or Andrew. It is just their name at MichiganStormChasers.com. So you have Chandler, Chandler, at MichiganStormChasers.com, and Andrew, just how it's spelled, at MichiganStormChasers.com as well. You can reach out to either one of them, and they'll get the ball rolling if you would like to become a trusted partner as well. Other than that, we'll do a quick recap here. Again, the main thing to know is humid tomorrow, Tuesday. Showers and thunderstorms possible Monday afternoon tomorrow into Tuesday morning, and Tuesday mid-morning into the early afternoon hours, and it starts to clear out. Humidity drops off like a rock, just like that after that. Wednesday, Thursday looking to be very, very nice days in the 70s and 60s across the state. Then we move into Friday and Saturday. Quick burst of heat possible Friday, mainly into Saturday. Depending on how far west you are, it may be closer to Friday. And then Saturday more for the lower peninsula. And then on Sunday, pretty much cools off for everybody. You start to see the temperatures drop off. And again, Saturday into Sunday, there's a chance with that cold front moving through for passing showers and storms, perhaps even lake effect rain showers next Saturday into Sunday for the Upper Peninsula as a sign of what's to come here in the fall. But we are not anywhere close to that big, or the most notable white fluffy stuff that we see on the ground that's falling in probably 3 or 4 months from now. So keep that in mind. Still all relative. We still have a long ways to go till that. Let's enjoy summer while we have it, and then enjoy our nice long fall, hopefully this year, with beautiful colors, corn mazes, donuts, cider, all that jazz, even some nice days of football and all the fall sports that come with it. So looking forward to that. It's my favorite season. That's why I'm kind of listing off all the things that come with it. But again, summer is my second favorite season, and I will miss it dearly when it goes away. So I know some of you guys here in chat are also the same. So let's enjoy it while we got it. You know, it's going to be a really nice week ahead. Not too overly humid. A couple instances of showers and storms as mentioned, but it'll be a very nice week with a couple of pretty clear days mixed in. As mentioned, wildfire smoke we'll have to monitor for just in case that northwest wind is strong enough to bring in that smoke all the way up from Saskatchewan and Manitoba and Alberta and stuff like, and all those territories up there in Canada. So keep that in mind. Wildfire smoke is possible this week. Otherwise, it's going to be a very nice week for everybody. So hopefully you guys all had a great Sunday today. As we wrap up here, we'll go ahead and check our chat one more time here just to see if I missed anything. Do not believe I have. No, I'm just being reasonable, guys. You can't avoid the S word forever. It's going to be happening soon. I've just already mentioned lake effect, and it's the middle of August, so it's a sign of the changing times. But again, as I mentioned, let's take it a day at a time. Enjoy the summer while we have it. Fall will be here before you know it, and we'll get to enjoy those vibes as well. And the colors will probably be the best part, of course. For those who have not experienced a Michigan fall yet, it is arguably one of the best states to see fall in. There's a lot of scenic drives you can go out and see across, especially northern Michigan, early and even into the UP, especially if you go up to like the Porcupine Mountains, for example. It is so beautiful when you get into late September into October. And we are looking forward to those days when they come. But for now, as mentioned, let's enjoy summer while we have it. As we wrap up here, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's stream. Feel free to share us word of mouth or by hitting that share button at the bottom of the screen. So that way we can inform more Michiganders throughout the state for inclement weather or just fair weather as the days roll on here in the state of Michigan throughout the remainder of 2025 and the years to come. Again, we've been doing this for 3 years now for those who are new here, and we have not missed arguably a severe warning since the end of 2023. So we've successfully covered every single severe warning since then. So again, if you need a nice source for severe weather coverage in the state of Michigan, all 83 counties we cover, feel free to hit that follow button today. As always, our live streams can be found on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch TV. Username is MI Storm Chasers, or just type in Michigan Storm Chasers. You'll find us on any one of those platforms when we are live for severe weather coverage, Sunday night weeklies like we had tonight, or even severe weather briefings prior to events. With that being said, I am Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzma, signing off tonight for Sunday Night Weekly. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight and following along. As I mentioned, hit that like button on the way out. We'll get you guys next time here at Michigan Storm Chasers for whatever lies ahead. Likely, maybe even some severe weather coverage on Monday into Tuesday night. If we don't see you then, have a great week ahead, and we'll see you sometime soon.